Together with one Ukrainian blogger, we go on a treasure hunt to Holodny Yar, the place of trance of our ancestors, which became one of the centers of the Haidamak region in the 18th century. There are many monuments of different eras, from the Skifian culture to the middle of the 20th century, and also Ukrainian partisans during the world wars. But before going on search, we just had to visit one very important place. I welcome you on my channel, and with you as always your favorite YouTuber Petro, but in a slightly new format. Starting today, we start a series of very interesting expeditions to the most interesting places in Ukraine, and we start with the Haidamatsky Pond, where the Haidamaks bless their weapons. The Haidamatsky Pond is one of the most picturesque ponds of Holodny Yar. There are many archaeological monuments, in particular the Trinity Church and the Skifian Horodisha. According to the legend, it was in this pond where Ukrainian Cossacks blessed their weapon before battles in the days of Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Cossack ataman Maxim Zalesnyak led the uprising that happened here in 1768. Archaeological expeditions discovered a large number of spears, grates, knives, and other items used by the rebels at the bottom of the pond. Before we start our series of videos on the most interesting places in Ukraine, I decided to visit the place of trance of our ancestors for one small ritual. Well, our ritual is over, and now we can go on further, continuing our trip. Our further path lay through the Matronsky monastery, so we simply could not come past this monastery that was founded back in 137 AC, on the site of the Scythian hill fort where the fortress of Merslav previously stood at different times. This monastery was visited by such prominent Ukrainians as Petros Haidachny, Bogdan Khmelnytsky, and Taras Shevchenko. Today, this monastery is an active monastery of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, but unfortunately, there are some unpleasant things about it that I'll tell you about later. Okay, so we just left the monastery now, and while we were there, my friend Petro told me that there is very interesting thing, and really unfortunately this church, which is supposed to be Ukrainian, it's under occupation. So tell us more about it. Yeah, unfortunately, it was very surprising for me, but last year when we came here with my wife, and we just read that it's Moscow's church, and I suppose it's really inappropriate in this time of war that in the very place of Cossacks area there is Moscow's church. I really think it's wrong. And we've come a few more 100 meters from the monastery, and we found a field, and really saw how historical this place is. So here you can see there is a field not far away from the monastery. We were just driving a car, and we thought for a second to stop and just look for some ceramics. And look at this. Oh, that's Skiff's ceramics, and I found a piece too. You can see 1000 years ago there is a monastery, and a few more thousand years ago there were some skiffs. So you can see these are really good places. We were really inspired by the spirits of our ancestors, and we decided to go to the very center of Holodny Yar, to the ancient forest, looking for some skiffs antiquities. So, let's take a look. We're already here, and finally, let me tell you who is digging with us today. Hello, my name is Taras, my channel Underground Safari. So Petro invited me to come here. He just texted me, what are you looking for at Odessa? Come here to Cherkasy, I'll show you some really good places to find, some antiquities. And here I am, looking for some antiquities with Petro. So fellas, let's really expect some good finds, because this place is a very perspective. Last time, maybe you've seen our TikToks, you know that we got lost here, so the first thing we have to do is just make a spot for our car, and a little bit further there will be our camp. And now let's take some metal detectors and go digging, because it's really perspective place. It's not even perspective. I have already found some really good things here. My old subscribers know. They already watched the video, so let's take our things. Okay, fellas, let's take our metal detectors and let's start digging. Let me tell a bit more about our metal detectors. So today we're using two of them. The first one is Mainlock Medicore. It's one of the best ones you can find on the market. Today we're going to test it out, and we've taken it especially for skiffs. And secondly, we have Xterra Pro. You know, it's one of the most expected new ones on the market, because for 15,000 hryvnias you can get really good device. Okay, so let's get started. Taras is somewhere already there. He's looking for something. Okay, I'm a little bit lazy today, but okay, let's adjust everything and let's take a look at some of the frequencies. If we can find something here. Okay, so I suppose I'm ready. There is some really cool functions. Okay, we got a signal here. You hear it? Everything works well. And every time it gives a signal, you can feel a vibration in your handle, so you don't miss anything. Okay, so let's stop talking. Let's get digging. So, my favorite viewers. Okay, we'll start from the very beginning. So, I've had a plans. So, can you see the slope? I was thinking about going down the slope, and if I would be a skiff, I would go somewhere there. And here we have one of the things that we found. Yeah. Okay, the signal is really slow, really small, but you can see it's an arrowhead, I suppose. Ooh, nice. I suppose it's some really ancient one. It's not very valuable, but nevertheless, it's really good find. Okay, we'll take it. We found a good spot. I suppose I've been here for approximately 30 minutes. Okay, let's leave it here. I won't take it, I think. So you know, the sound is really good. So with this vibro function, I can feel everything really, really well. So, you know, we have some really bad news. Really, those are boars. And you know, this is not the first place. There are lots of them running over here. They're just roaming these forests. You can see this forest is really great, but just going through the whole forest is really impossible because it's huge. But we'll just definitely find something, even in 200 years. But you know, these boars dig everything here, so that would be really unpleasant if they come to our camp. But it's in Petro. But why do you think those are boars? Because look, here you can see those steps, some boar steps. I suppose they were looking for acorns. Their main feed here. So you have to be careful here in the forest, because here we have some old trees. For people not to be hurt, we decided just to get it down. Don't forget to like the videos. Okay, Taras, you're the strongest YouTuber. Yeah, when they see such a tree, I really want to get it down, you know. Some kind of magic. Okay, you can see, this is the first tree he put down, such a huge tree. Okay, let's go further. So our expedition continues, and look here. I've got my first signal. It's really not so good. I need some black metal, you know. Maybe it's some bottle cap from beer. Okay, let's begin. Let's hope it can be something cool. No, it's just an empty bullet. No, maybe the first World War, maybe the second. I'm not really into them, so I can't tell you. So, you're looking forward to seeing some good finds? Okay, so there is a good signal. I really was thinking about some really cool things, but as you can see, it's some kind of wrench. Or maybe it's a bottle opener, I don't know. Something for beer. Okay, let's take it with us. So, boys, I've come here. You can see there are no trees here. Just let's take a look around. So there is a slope. There is a hill over there, 150 meters from here. I found that cool find last time, but I've decided just to show you Another thing here, as you can see, they cut down trees, and unfortunately, Holodny Yard disappears a little bit by a little bit because it used to be a forest here, but they cut it down, and maybe soon we won't have any forest here, so that's unfortunate thing to happen. So I'm really against cutting down trees. So what you can see here, I suppose it's a real treasure, but no, not really. Okay, so there was a good signal. I just take it out without you, and as you can see, it's just a piece of knife. The second one. I suppose there is a very end of it, but maybe we won't look for it. Okay, I suppose we've been walking here for 30 minutes on this slope. I suppose Taras has found something, but I haven't found anything. Oh, no, wait a second, there is a good signal. Okay, so it's 23. Okay, but it's pretty deep, you know. 23, 12, 30. Oh, okay, let's dig in. Let's see, let's check it. Oh boy, take a look at the depths of this hole. Whew, it wasn't easy. There is still a signal. You know, as a signal is a little bit strange. It's because of it was a nail. Some really ancient nail. I'm not real professional those nails, but maybe it's Skif's nail. I'm not quite sure if you know what that is. Let me know in the comments. But look at the depth of this hole. I had to really dig in. Taras! I found something here. Okay, he'll find here. He'll come here and we'll see. Oh no, not really. Oh, that's copper, you know? It's really a copper one. Real forest beauty. So if you find something like this, made of bronze, that means it used to be a settlement here. So what do you say? If you're an expert, just let us know. I'm not sure, but unfortunately, it's not so difficult. It's not so easy to find all these nails. So we continue our expedition and take a look at it. So if I would be a skiff, I suppose I would stay here. Okay, there is another signal. 51, 62. Okay, I suppose maybe there is something real good. But no, what's that? Let me see. Okay, it's getting dark already. I suppose we've come too late. And we just started looking for something good. I suppose maybe we were knocking here for 40, 50 minutes. And here we found something. Maybe it's a piece of something, some debris. Maybe it's a coin. Maybe some crucifix. Okay, let me make it clear and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, take a look at it. It gets dark. I'm not quite sure how well you can see that. But it looks like a coin, some ancient coin, or God knows what that is. Maybe some kind of piece of something. Maybe some button. Oh, that's interesting. That's really cool. You know, if it wasn't so ancient forest, I would think it's some kind of trash, but I suppose it can be some kind of really ancient thing. If you're an expert and if you know what it is, just let us know. We'll be very interested to know what it is. I hope that's something really cool. Oh boy, I don't know. I suppose we'll just go over there, take a walk there, and then we'll just get down because skips are really cool. But you know, we'll just come here once again tomorrow. But at night, wandering here in the forest would be just really unpleasant thing to do because you can get lost easily. So my metal detectors work really well, but we haven't found so much bronze that we really wanted to. But you know, digging looking for treasures, it's can be really unexpected. You find something, don't find something, and then after I've been looking for 20 minutes, and finally we have a good signal, and from a small hole. And what we see here, oh, they're just some piece of trash. But I'm really happy to see it, because at least we have found something. I think it maybe used to be a small arrowhead. I suppose it used to be an arrowhead, or maybe it's some knife from a gun. Oh, I'm really satisfied with this find because the nail was very not very sure about what it really was, but the thing is much cooler. I watched it a little bit, and you can see, yeah, it's an arrowhead. It's a real arrowhead. Looks great. Oh, looks like brand new. Oh, it's even sharp. I am very happy about this find. I suppose we'll just go back into the camp, set a tent until it's not so dark, and then we'll stay for the night, get some dinner, because we had just some sandwiches. We can cook something near the campfire and a little bit rest. But we've come first of all just to relax, yeah? Right? So that's like real man's hobby. Okay, so the first day is coming to an end, but we haven't finished with our adventures. Because we're going to set a tent over there and a campfire, we're going to cook some food, have fun, talk to each other, and let's take a look. Okay, let's test our metal detector. So I suppose the first impression is really good, and this is everything we have found. So you can see our treasures here. And I want to remind you that his channel is called Underground Safari. Subscribe, follow his channel. He also has some really good finds. And here you can see we have a small piece of bronze. I'm not really an expert in these things. It's really unusual shape, but it's a really good find. Okay, and those here are some pieces from post-Soviet Union. Here we have a coin. It's 15 kopiekas. Year 1935. So we found some Skif's pieces. We found a small arrowhead, so that's really cool. And here we have some trash. I suppose maybe next time we can find even better things. Here wanna show you some iron pieces. Here we have some ancient knife and maybe a piece of spear or an arrowhead as well. If I'm mistaken, some people told me that it's 17th, 18th century when people had no guns. They just had to use these old metal pieces. And from some more interesting ones, we found some small things. This one that looks like a crucifix, maybe it used to be a coin, but I'm not quite sure. Some Skif's period. Here we have some nail and an arrowhead. Nothing special, but really it's very pleasant to find something. And here we found 3 kopiekas. Okay, it's 1940s USSR coin. Nothing really special, but we made a fire near the campsite. And we've spent our first very intensive day. We decided to have a snack. We're talking about the things we found. We're discussing things we're going to find next time and the beauty of Ukrainian land. And of course about the plans for next trips. So if you liked our video, if you liked the new format, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and see you next time in our next videos.